GangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
We're done with that one. So now we actually have an interesting fight to preview.
Speaking of heavyweights.
Yeah, right. Speaking of heavyweights, and this one snuck up on us too, because we were like, I know LB when I told him about it, it's like, wow, that shit is that soon.
Yeah, like it was like a sequel. Like they filmed when they filmed the first one, and then like they sprung it on you. Like,
yeah,
I think like the last Maze Runner movie. Like I'm like, whoa, like this is here, like.
Yeah, of course, we're talking about Alexander Povetkin and Dillian Whyte, the rematch. Now, obviously, if you've been living under a rock or whatever, Povetkin managed to score a very significant upset, knocking out Dillian Whyte after Dillian Whyte knocked him down twice and looked like he was probably on his way to ending the fight.
He gave Uppercut Season a late resurgence in 2020.
He did. It solidified Uppercut Season as something as official. Remember where you heard it first. Uppercut Season started with us. We originated that shit.
Every time there was an uppercut, we would point it out like, ooh, the uppercut.
Yeah. And that was probably the most noteworthy of all the uppercut KOs from last year. And
underdog, come from behind. How you the underdog and you coming from behind too in the fight?
Exactly.
That was nice.
Yeah, so and it's one of those things too, because there was some consequences too from that loss. Now, the biggest one obviously was the Mando, as Whyte was a very long-standing Mando for Deontay Wilder for WBC.
Yeah.
And at least to his credit though, Whyte wasn't necessarily pussyfooting around his competition. Like Whyte was actually beating good people so much that you could probably say that he should probably have been the official, like the fourth heavyweight, even more than Luis Ortiz or whatever, in terms of you talk about who were the top heavyweights, because he had a run.
Dillian Whyte was like the fourth uncrowned king of the heavyweights. Like, you want to be honest, your Wilder, Joshua, Fury, and then Whyte was always right there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to his credit, probably his two best wins. The Parker win, which is probably Parker's most exciting fight, and no one has hurt Parker as much as that dude did, and which is Parker is pretty tough, but Whyte was lighting his ass up, and then of course
leftovers are fighting each other, I think, in May.
They are. Yeah, the Chisora fight too. One of them was the first fight was a fucking fight of the year slugfest, and that was kind of unexpected.
I think that fight affected him more than we kind of admit, because I think I haven't seen Whyte really give it his all anymore after that fight. He's been more reserved, more kind of cautious, more time you a little better.
Yeah, he was definitely that way against Chisora too, and also
in the rematch,
the rematch, and then also too the Rivas fight. Now the Rivas fight was all types of dangerous for him, and then there's still controversy over that fight to this day though. But boxing wise, that's probably his best performance, outside of that one round that he got dropped in,
but you guys thought he would lose.
Until this nigga's the drug test though, he failed the drug test, but then nothing ever came of that. What happened? Rivas shouldn't have a loss on his record. Still.
Yeah, that was some sus shit.
Yeah, the drug shit. Because he did fail a drug test for that fight, so that's the shit. I give him props for what he did in the ring, but he did fail a drug test. So
and then UK, the organization just hit it because that's good old WADA for you, or whatever they have over there.
Speaking of the UK, Dillian Whyte is like what, the Masters of the Universe champion right now for them. Isn't it all his fault?
I don't know what he is over there.
No, I'm just saying, because if you think about it, the UK kind of took some not everybody, but like they took some hardcore L's lately.
Half their roster took L's.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we being honest here, because after Dillian Whyte, it was just like, okay, boom. Like,
they all started falling. Like, if they weren't falling, the Mexican
Caleb Smith, Luke Campbell, Josh Warrington.
And Mexico took half those L's. Took half the L's from them.
It's either Mexico or Russia, like, because, what's the name? A Russian got one, what's his name? Fucking Josh Kelly, yeah.
David Avanasian.
Yes, yeah, him. So you see what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
it's like they're all taking some mean L's.
I mean, like a whole like starting five of the like Denver Nuggets or some shit. Like,
yeah. So I think now there's even more pressure now on this fight too, because I mean, Povetkin right now. I mean, to him, it's a resurgence. I mean, after losing to. After losing to Joshua, being knocked out for the first time, and then drawing with the young Michael Hunter, everyone was thinking that
horrible fight with Huey Fury.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot all about that.
God damn you! I erased that fight from my memory.
Yeah, I didn't want to remember that goddamn fight.
Because Fury actually looked decent for the first 3 rounds, but then it's like no right hand came after the jabs and movement and.
Right.
Yawn.
Yeah, I forgot that. I forgot that shit was bookended between those 2 damn fights. I think the Hunter fight was the one that convinced me that Povetkin might actually be slowing down. Even though I think most people thought he probably did pull it out, or Hunter. I mean, it was a legitimate close fight though, so I had no problem with the draw.
Like, it was more of a draw than me saying so and so won or it could have went either way. Like, it was a draw. So
yeah, but one thing that heavyweights they don't do properly or at all is they don't get rid of their older fighters. They don't do it. And this is unfortunate. This was a fail too. Where Dillian Whyte, he lost his Mando spot. He lost his interim GameStop belt. He lost a lot of things. So now, basically, he has to win now. Because luckily Eddie had the rematch clause for him. Because Povetkin could have like, you know what? I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna wait to see what happens with Fury and Joshua and see what happens. Because he's up to bat now. So now it's like, like I would say, there's pressure now on Dillian Whyte. Like, he has to beat Povetkin. Like, this is not like, this is he needs to do it. This is, if he doesn't, he's gonna go back to the end of the line for sure. Pilot.
The panel snap on dude after being in the damn Phantom Zone for so long, waiting for Wilder.
Exactly. And it's not. Oh, I mean, Wilder wanted no parts of that dude. Anyways, didn't want no parts.
Dude, if y'all been listening, I've been complaining about Wilder ducking this man for years.
Yeah, like
Dillian Whyte.
2018, 2019.
Like, there's no reason why a man needs to be a Mando for 2-3 years. That's like, that's unheard of. I mean, well, stranger things have happened in boxing, really, but that's really unacceptable. Not that hasn't happened in between.
I really forgot he was a Mando for that long.
For too long. So
just been rap albums not shelved as long as his Mando.
So Pilot though, drop your thoughts on this rematch. Bro. What do you think will probably happen in this fight? What are your thoughts, bro?
I mean, White would definitely win that fight. I think he dropped Povetkin about twice, and that was just an uppercut out of nowhere that just kind of took everybody by surprise. I mean, White needs to just, I'm gonna say play it safe, but I mean not get comfortable, because you could tell. I mean, why else would that have happened? So I think I favor White. I mean, I think White, he's a younger fighter. He's got much more on the line, as you mentioned. So I do favor White, but I mean, that old man Povetkin just don't go away. That's for sure.
Are we insinuating that was a lucky punch?
Oh boy.
I mean, is there such thing as a lucky punch?
Ooh, boy.
I don't want to open that can of worms tonight.
Yes, we already had a
sore spot right now. You have to bring up some poll stats for this one.
I mean, that punch was timed. Like, I mean, Povetkin, it wasn't like it came out of nowhere. Povetkin
Was it a lucky time? Or was it timed luckily?
He's trying to be philosophical in this shit.
No. Personally, y'all know how I feel. Like, there's no such thing as a lucky punch.
Yeah.
If you train to fucking do it, and then you end up doing it, I don't care if you fail 100 times. If you get it on the 101st time, you done train to do that shit.
Yeah, and to me, it's not really the punch itself, but Povetkin. See, unfortunately, Povetkin is. I mean, we've all talked about his shady history with PEDs, you know, and you know, even with the PEDs, like, dude has shown frightening knockout power, like serious knockout power. Like, bruh has really destroyed some cats, and he's not really anything intimidating.
He made David Price do the damn Bobby Shmurda dance.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude has some. Yeah, dude has some horrible knockouts to watch. Like the Manuel Shar knockout.
Oh, the Mian, the Kali Mian.
Yeah,
that one was a yo.
And then
you want to see a brutal knockout? YouTube that shit.
Yeah, and the Duhaupas knockout too. Now, Duhaupas is one of the rare Wilder opponents that did not go down at all from Wilder, even though he got stopped on his feet. And Povetkin, although he was loaded up on meldonium, you know, he leveled him with 2 shots and had him out.
No Kryptonian. What?
Meldonium. Yeah, that's an actual PED. Like, this is Russians being some next level shit with their PED use.
Hold on. Is this Russian PED next level shit, or is this Jarrell Miller next level PED shit? Explain for the folks out there.
Meldonium is one of them old school PEDs. Like, it's not what is meldonium? Meldonium, what does meldonium do again?
I mean, because you're the weightlifter, bro.
I mean, meldonium is foreign to me because, like I said, it's not one of the new school. Like, Jarrell Big Baby Miller was using some new school shit. His was old. What it was is it's a.
Hold on. So he had like the Clue tapes before Clue had them.
Wait, hold up. Isn't meldonium used for like the heart like metabolism, like heart problem stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it burns fat and shit like that. Like, it helps you burn fat, and, you know, I think increases like your energy and shit like that. You know, like most PEDs. You know, but although why he would take that at heavyweight, I don't know. But I mean, I remember too before he was about to face Wilder, like, dude looked like he was like super ripped. Like, dude looked like he was, you know, he had burning.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sounds like clenbuterol to me.
You know, but then even with all that, dude's been showing frightening power, and then the fact that he leveled Whyte with 1 punch, you know, that was just like shit. Like, you
needed that power in that damn Huck fight.
Yeah, the Huck. Yeah, he did need that. You know, so Povetkin, like, he's older now, but it's gonna be more or less, can he actually repeat the knockout? I mean, I know pilots say, you know, they think Whyte could probably do it. P, what do you think? How do you think this fight will go?
I mean, no lucky punch withstanding. I say that Dillian Whyte will finish what he attempted to start, or, you know, he attempted to beat the fuck out of Povetkin and almost got it done, but then things happened. I think in this fight, those things won't happen. So I think
12 rounds. Hold on, you're saying for 12 rounds, you know, he'll be perfect.
Nah, he won't be. He'll stop him. It won't go 12 rounds. So we can cut that.
Okay.
Stop him?
Yeah, we'll cut that out. No, it's not going 12 rounds.
So you don't think Dillian Whyte gonna fight cautious and say, "Hey man, let me make the 12 rounds and get this fight," because I know, I mean, look, this is a Hearn card.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Yeah,
We've seen Taylor Pursoon enough, you know.
Yeah, like, if this fight goes to the cards, Dillian Whyte is winning this fight. Like, Povetkin will have to knock this down like at least 4 times.
Watch when they had a distance, like when they put up the odds for the distance.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll know.
Like, everybody's gonna assume that Dillian Whyte gonna try to just do enough and go 12 rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he was so shell shocked that he'll play it safe, but I think he'll get him out of there this time.
Yeah,
honestly, he should. I mean, I think that's the right attitude.
Like, yeah, honestly, I mean, he either has to really dominate him to enough where there's a shadow of doubt that he would win on the cards, or in this case, because he got iced like he did, he should, return the favor. But Povetkin, like I say, he's a tough guy. He's really tough.
Yeah, but even tough guys have an expiration date.
Yeah, and Povetkin was literally long ago, but this is. They always say every old fighter has like the one last great fight, and think this is Povetkin. That was Povetkin's last great fight.
Yep, now he's straight curdled milk status. Bet on it.
Yeah, as long as he's clean. As long as he's clean. We also have to make sure we put that little, that little disclaimer there. As long
that is true.
Because this dude, we be saying that, and then say, hey, Povetkin, he popped for vibranium now, and like, what the fuck? So some shit like that. He's so Povetkin's a crafty dude, but he can box though. He can box and he can fight.
That is true. I don't. He'll find something. We can always count on Povetkin to maybe put something in his system. Well, right. breaking news: Povetkin's tested for animatium. Like,
but like I say, but he has
to be clean though. Like, honestly, I feel like he's gonna come in there on some like, I think I could do it again type shit.
Yeah. And he can, because Whyte has to learn how to defend against the uppercut. Well, that was his big thing. Like, uppercut is like the one punch that Whyte, for some reason, does not have good defense together. Like, even when he got knocked down by Rivas with his uppercut. He was knocked out by uppercut from Joshua too. Like, uppercuts are kind of his weakness.
Some people love that uppercut music, like niggas like jamming that like it's the hardest song in the album. So I mean,
him and J-Rock.
Yeah, him and J-Rock. J-Rock be on his Tommy Dreamer shit when it comes to the uppercuts. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yo, so yeah, it's not because I mean, if as long as he can as long as he can defend against the uppercut, maybe he can. Yes, because Whyte has probably one of the best left hooks in boxing today, especially at heavyweight. Like, that left hook is a detonator. Like, dude has dynamite in that left hook. Like,
that's why we wanted to see the Wilder fight, because it was Wilder's right hand versus Dillian Whyte's left hook. They could have sold the hell out of that fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, what could have been? And even then, it's because of that. I mean, like, just like Pilot, I think that Whyte will make the same mistake again. Like, he'll correct it, but it's just like, you can't put it. Like, I don't want to play on both sides of the fence. I do think Whyte will win. I think Whyte will win by knockout before, but it's always in the back of my mind that he's just one uppercut away from losing his consciousness again.
Both y'all by knockout.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pat.
Yeah, knockout. What rounds though are we talking about though for knockouts for him?
Yeah.
I'll say 8th.
I'm saying 5.
Damn.
Early, huh? Yeah.
You don't respect your elders at all. You binge watched Rocky 4?
Actually, yeah, they have all the Rockies on HBO Max.
They were playing Rocky Marciano the other day and Rocky 5.
Hearts on fire.
Ayo, Pilot, what round do you think Whyte will get Povetkin in?
We'll roll with 10.
Okay.
10 to 6 minutes, yeah.
Oh, 10. Okay, that's
I really think he might just.
That's if Whyte hasn't gassed by then.
Right. Yeah.
Or Povetkin. Povetkin be gassing too now. He's getting old. He's in his 40s.
Povetkin be gassing, but he be like serviceable gassing. Like, he's still dangerous. Like, Dillian Whyte be getting sloppy and more hittable.
Well, yeah, but when Povetkin gasses, though, he clinches a lot, which is annoying as fuck.
Yeah, but he's still dangerous because you got to worry about them damn hooks. And he be winging them shits. Why you think Michael Hunter ain't damn step on the gas late in the fight?
Yeah, because he gassed too.
Because they both gassed.
They both gassed. I mean, Hunter gassed after the first round because he almost put Povetkin on the canvas early, and then after that he was just like, he was putting his way to the finish line. That wasn't a good look though.
They both gassed, but White's gas is like embarrassing. Like he gets gassed after throwing one Kamehameha, and then that's it. Out of energy.
It's like you like the what's a spirit gun? Like he like two of them.
Oh man, and we have Rusty Taylor who says, "I'm thinking White in the 5th. If it goes late, they both will be gassed, and who knows then."
Yeah,
that's also true because
hold on, we gonna get like a double knockout like the Seshu Pal and
I just hope they don't gas. I just hope they don't gas. If they're both gonna gas, I hope they don't gas at the same time. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'll probably be mad if I see that.
Nah, this fight has to deliver because it's like a heavyweight fight. We ain't really getting no good heavyweight fight yet this year, have we?
No,
meaningful, like significant.
Yeah.
No, I mean the last heavyweight fights that really was that struggle PBC one where all of them were just like horrid. I know you're not talking about that Luis Ortiz card. Yeah, God.
Oh God.
Was it Frank Sanchez? Was it the same card where Frank Sanchez fought?
Yeah, he was on that card too. Oh no, actually no, I'll be lying though. We just had the Jerry Forrest and then the Zhang fight. I mean that was.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, that was alright.
It was a good fight, but that's a C-level heavyweight fight.
But yeah, but it wasn't significant. Like
yeah, I mean it was significant as in Eddie almost lost another one of his prospects.
Okay, it was significant. It was the best fight of the night. Okay, there you go.
And it wasn't supposed to be. Oh man! So
yeah, everybody be launching their careers on these Canelo undercards, but their performances like.
I'm saying too, like especially at Jerry Forrest. I mean, come on, like Jerry Forrest. Jerry Forrest is you shouldn't be having no. That shouldn't be though, but it happened. But yeah, that was still probably the best heavyweight fight this year by far. So, but then we need heavyweights that are near the top level to deliver. This is what we need. And I know Rusty says no way this fight that doesn't deliver. I can't see it. Yeah, and I can't see it either. Like the first one we all were hyped and it was trying to be good.
Dude, we was hyped as fuck for the first fight. Like we was practically begging for it the whole summer with Top Rank. Like, we was hyped for this fucking.
Yeah, and this was because that was the last fight from Eddie's Summer Series, which shout out to Eddie Hearn because the Summer Series stuff that he put on was.
It really officially started boxing again.
Yeah.
Because after that, you had the Charlo cards, you had Tank, and
Top Rank was putting up,
Monster.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know, man. Like this is a hard fight to predict, man. I'm gonna be honest. It's a hard fight to predict.
Yeah, it is because literally you can see both people winning, and like I said, and Povetkin, like I said, though Povetkin may be old, but he's crafty. He's too crafty for his own good.
Conventional wisdom says Dillian Whyte gets it right this time. He's the younger fighter, fresher, but the man took a brutal ass KO.
Yeah, he did.
He was already more timid, than he was before in that fight.
Facts.
Like this ain't the Dillian Whyte that fought Joshua and Chisora in the first fight.
No, absolutely not.
And honestly, I think that's the Dillian Whyte we need to beat this Povetkin. Like, I would like to see him push a fast pace, pressure Povetkin, make him fight backwards, and kind of like take the Tarver Glenn Johnson rematch approach. Just go in there, just pop the jab, march him down, and just pressure, beat him up. Like, fuck you, old dudes. Like, hey, Rockefeller Records is over, it's Dipset, whatever. Like you know, you supposed to just kick over the office chair and you know and fuck shit up in this type of fight. Like if he tries to play the boxing game, and he was winning the boxing game because he was hurting Povetkin, but
he was.
He never put his foot on the gas and tried to just overwhelm him, which I can understand because Povetkin is damn, you know, deadly in them exchanges, and he could counterpunch, Olympic pedigree, gold medal, but man, you gotta take chances because you don't want Povetkin catching you with something late.
Right, yeah, and then and truth to be told, like Povetkin should be retired right now, and this is where, like I said, if you want, you know, the heavyweights need to start getting rid of the older fighters, so it's not like encouraged for them to continue.
Yeah, well, I mean, heavyweight also has the most cantankerous old fighters. They don't just go away.
Yeah,
they still, as long as they still got their power, they're like they're going out on their shield. They might take some people with them.
Yeah, and Povetkin's still giving them hope.
I don't know, man. Y'all seeing knockouts? Well, Pilot said a decision, or were you saying knockout too?
No, Pilot said knockout.
We all said K.
I think I lean more towards decision, to be honest. But if y'all have me pick around, I think there's a chance he could knock out. But I just think there's a better chance he might just kind of not play it safe, but just kind of, you know, get the decision locked up.
Man, honestly, I think Povetkin could stop him late. I think Dillian Whyte gonna try to finesse a decision, and Povetkin's gonna try to stop that.
That's all. Like I said, anything is possible. Because I say, it's still a true 50-50 fight, regardless of how the first fight.
It is like I could either see Dillian Whyte getting a decision, like you know he plays it safe, he boxes smart, and just does enough to win, just banks the rounds, points, works the jab.
Mm-hmm.
And and Povetkin could hopefully get old overnight, but I don't think it's gonna be like that simple.
Right.
But then he is older now, but
right.
And Dillian Whyte, I don't know if he's back. You're talking about less than a year from a brutal knockout.
He's had enough time to. That's why I think he will right the wrong, because like I said, I think there's just too much on the line. Like sometimes you need that extra motivation. And first, like I said, that's true. Then now, like had Whyte been like pussyfooting around the heavyweight division, I wouldn't be as sympathetic as I am. But he hasn't.
Yeah.
Dude has fought enough dangerous opponents.
I don't know, but everybody people shit on him. Like he seemed like an unlikable dude to a lot.
Well, most people shit on him because he talks shit about Wilder. Because him and Wilder don't get along.
But not those people. It's just like a lot of people just seem like when he lost to Povetkin, it was like yes.
Yeah, everyone wanted it because he's a shit talker, and then no one.
He does talk a lot of shit.
He talks a lot of shit.
But damn, there's people who talk a lot of shit too and fight, good competition and getting good fights, and they're more loved.
Yeah, I think anyway. Whyte does.
Maybe heavyweights are just different. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be. Like people just like him for different reasons. I think that's the biggest thing to take from Dillian Whyte. But
it's kind of the Chisora effect.
Yeah, although I think Chisora is actually well liked. It wasn't like Chisora, young Chisora.
Chisora is like this for. What are you talking about?
Yeah, younger Chisora was an asshole.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people didn't like. No, I remember a lot of people didn't like Chisora.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know, like he turned the corner somehow, and people just started fucking with him. I don't know what it was. I think after the Hay fight,
yeah,
he became likable.
Yeah. Because he provides so much fuckery, and that's what heavyweight division was kind of lacking.
He just finally became entertained. I guess people just finally became entertained by his fuckery.
Yeah,
he was already entertained, but I think people just finally accepted it.
Yeah,
because the whole the shit he did to the Klitschko brothers was classic.
He glassed me.
Fuckery bullying.
Yeah. It was big fuckery.
David Hay incident, come on,
yeah.
He had enough fuckery for 2 people's careers.
Absolutely.
Look, Chisora's so he the A side for the Parker fight.
Facts.
Who's a fucking former heavyweight champion?
Facts.
Come on. But yo, for this prediction, fuck. And I think Hooker, Ortiz was one of the first ones I think we all like predicted it got right, and like none of us looked stupid at the end on some like damn Hooker scored the upset shit.
Yeah.
like the Valdez fight.
Yeah, that Valdez fight, man, looked stupid, mad stupid.
Fuck. Honestly, I think Povetkin might get him again, man. I just got this feeling like White might not. I could make it through 12 right now. Like,
hey, I mean,
he's had to make a lot of career comebacks, and I don't know if he makes this one.
I mean, when we look at the future, if Povetkin wins, then he patiently waits to see how Joshua and Fury plays out, if they, if it gets signed or not, obviously, because he would be the mandatory for Fury's belt. So, like I said, so if Fury drops the ball, he's gonna have to face Povetkin.
Might be a White decision. Fuck it, White decision. White by decision.
That's cool. Yeah, and I mean, you do that too.
Shit.
So, and like I say, I mean, obviously, because either whoever wins, like, it'll be interesting. They'd be the mandatory for Fury, and Fury has already let it know he doesn't want to face White.
We all picked him the first. We all picked White the first time.
Yeah, we did.
Damn.
And I'm picking him the second time.
I'm getting Wilder Fury flashes, like.
Yeah, like where I picked Wilder. Even as much as I talk shit about Wilder, I couldn't get past Fury slovenly.
Do I learn my lesson and say, you know what, fuck, Povetkin got this dude. All he gonna do is set his ass up again. Why keep? Damn. Fuck, this fight is good if I'm doing this, cause.
Yeah.
Fuck it, Povetkin late KO. That's it.
I knew it.
Next subject, my nigga. Like, yo, I'm done.
That's what it is. So yeah, 3-1. So yeah, all we hope is it will be. In fact, it's taking place Saturday afternoon on the Rock of Gibraltar, which is some Eddie and his locations. Like, he be picking the most random locations for his fights.
How could you falter with on the Rock of Gibraltar? Had to fight on the. I could walk on water.
Hey, bars. But Eddie, it's gonna be wild to see how that fight's gonna be. That shit's gonna be. It's just like the front lawn shit and whatnot. It's gonna be wild to see how this is gonna play out. Though.
Your Django fights.
Facts. And then the fight itself. I mean, it has a decent undercard. It has. Ted Cheeseman, on domestic level fights, and then Chris Congo for welterweight. I mean, he was those two were stars of his summer series, as well as the Eric Molina fight facing one of his prospects, I think Fabio Wardley or whatever. And then also the debut of Ricky Hatton's son Campbell, which makes me feel makes me feel old as fuck that Ricky Hatton's son is going to be debuting on this damn card.
Yeah. Ain't Fernando Vargas' son like debuted the other day? Like,
yeah, they're all debuting now. I'm just like, dog. Like, why is time flying like this? Like, I don't need to be.
The other day I was watching Hatton, getting dropped by Vince Phillips.
Yeah,
and thinking like, Kasazu could do that. Not.
And then also Saint. First of all, Saint. Thank you and welcome for being here. And. Gibraltar is British territory in Spain. Yes, that's that is true. That's part of the reason why Eddie picked it.
Shout out to Eddie for them Street Fighter 2 locations.
Exactly.
Around the world, I like that. Boxing's a world sport.
Exactly.
You fight on a fucking damn aircraft carrier next. I don't care. Shit.
Well, Rusty said decent. Don't say decent fights and mention Cheeseman. Well, I did see a Cheeseman fight where he actually was whooping some ass, so that's why I might be just going from that memory. It wasn't struggle. Believe me, I remember some struggle shit. I have a memory for that. But we also mentioned too, White by decision. How many knockdowns? Povetkin's gonna get knocked down at least once. I think both of them are gonna get knocked down. Shit. Povetkin will probably go down. I'm gonna say 3 times this time. He's gonna go down 3 times.
But
White-
Povetkin's the guy that I'm used to seeing him get dropped and get up. White, on the other hand, not so much.
Yeah, White has only gone up from 1 knockdown, as far as I know. The times he's been down, he's only gone up from one of them. That was the Rivas fight, and that was the one that he might have been on the sauce. So that's why he got his ass up.
Parker knocked him down too, ain't it?
Oh yeah, he did. But he knocked him down. Yeah, he did. You're right. And he knocked him down when he was tired and shit, and he managed to get to his feet.
Dillian Whyte gotta be aggressive like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What's the next shit we were supposed to talk about?
We were supposed to talk about. The other we can just mention the Ring City preview.